Hi guys, welcome to my channel where today I'm laying it all out there on the table about why I'm so obsessed with paying off our mortgage early. Paying off our mortgage early is currently our main financial goal, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that I'm pretty obsessed now at this stage with being mortgage free. I just have a bee in my bonnet about it and I want it done. Yep, over with yesterday's news. But on the flip side, we do also want to enjoy our lives and enjoy making memories with our children. So it's kind of a balancing act, really. We are currently around 14 months away from our goal time frame, and this is because our fixed rate ends in 14 months. When we set this goal, we knew it was huge and possibly unattainable in that time frame, but we really wanted to aim high. Getting into the reasons behind wanting to do this, these reasons are personal to us and may not be the same reasons that someone else has. The first one is security. Since taking out our original mortgage, we've had the worldwide financial crisis starting in 2008, the health crisis starting in 2020, and now the housing crisis. And collectively, it has given me the urge to just not have my life in the hands of the government, the banks, the big corporations, and so on. Like when the financial crisis of 2008 started, it was just myself and my husband. We had no kids at that point. And so I don't think it even affected us as much as it would have if we had been further along in our lives. We both managed to keep our jobs until 2010 when I lost mine, but luckily I managed to get another one pretty quickly. But nonetheless, it did affect us pretty badly because by the time we started a family, our apartment was deep in negative equity because the value of it had tanked due to this crisis. And by the time we managed to sell it and move to a townhouse, the health crisis hit within 6 months. And again, this was a time of huge uncertainty, putting the health and medical aspects of it even aside. From a financial point of view, people were losing their jobs, their livelihoods, struggling to pay their mortgage and bills, and it really scared me. And I began to realise after being through the financial crisis, the health crisis, and now the housing crisis that my country is in, that huge things can happen. Worrying situations can develop in this world at any time, and that we as citizens have very little, if any, control over. Yet they can affect our lives quite drastically sometimes. And I had a light bulb moment really where I realised that I wanted us to own our own home outright so that our home could never be taken from us. No one could ever take our home away. It would give us control of our living situation. You know, we get approved for a mortgage, we get the keys to a home, and then we call ourselves homeowners, right? But guys, the banks own the homes at this stage. And I began to realise this more and more, and it just really was not a nice or comfortable thought. The second reason is peace of mind. I think that we can all agree that we are living in uncertain times. Owning your home without a mortgage makes you better prepared for whatever life throws at you. It could bring like a deep and lasting peace of mind that I think would be quite hard to match. I think for us, without having monthly payments looming, we will have a better sense of stability and independence. Our home will be fully ours and no bank can ever claim it. I think financial stress will ease and decisions about the future will feel that bit lighter and more flexible. I think that the roof over our heads will almost become like a symbol of security and accomplishment. It will give us room to breathe, to plan, and enjoy our lives without the constant reminder of debt. And I think I will definitely sleep better at night knowing this. The third reason is risk mitigation. Owning your own home outright removes the risk of the bank foreclosing on your home if you can't afford the repayments or if you were to get into mortgage debt. It acts as a shield against job loss or income changes within your household. I feel it would be like having the biggest safety net that I could ever imagine. We wouldn't have the worry of being homeless or of not being able to afford extortionate rent prices or of bouncing around from rental property to rental property. When we were a one income family, I always worried about what would happen if my husband were to lose his job, and it was one of the reasons I returned to the workforce. Even though I went back part time and I earn a lot less, it was a decision based on mitigating the risk of job losses. And when it comes to repaying the mortgage early, it's based around the same reason. You're looking at spreading the risk, you're looking at minimizing the impact if something were to happen. You're implementing active measures to lower the probability or the severity of a certain particular event. And when it comes to home ownership, being mortgage free, I think, is the ultimate in risk mitigation. The fourth reason is financial freedom. There's a huge list that I could tie into this one. It would mean eliminating the largest monthly debt. It would mean significantly increasing our cash flow. It would provide total security from interest rate increases. It would reduce any financial anxiety that we may have. We could change careers or reduce our working hours. We could retire earlier. It just gives more flexibility in life in general. For example, the point about interest rate increases is one that's on my mind because as our fixed rate ends in 2027, we do not want to be at the mercy of the banks and whatever interest rates they are offering when that time comes. The idea of having a higher monthly mortgage bill only for it to be going to the bank on interest and not as a principal payment actually angers me. But that is currently a possibility for us next year because the interest rates are most likely going to be a lot higher than our current rate. We also look forward to significantly increasing our monthly disposable income and being able to choose more freely what to do with this money. And the fifth and final reason is interest savings. So as homeowners, most of us pay hundreds of thousands in interest over the lifetime of a mortgage. When we overpay, we save tens of thousands in interest payments, depending on how far along in your mortgage journey you are. We put all of our additional payments directly towards the principal, and this significantly reduces the amount we repay and the time frame in which we do it too. I've seen all of the arguments that our money would be better off invested in the market, but I just simply don't care to do it. On paper, that might make the most sense, but emotionally, the need for financial security is the one that makes most sense to me. Mortgage debt is still debt, and I don't want to owe anyone anything. So what's our plan? Well, we plan to continue prioritising this goal with overpayments every single month. I will say that inflation is causing us to have some setbacks right now, but we are still making good progress. We are still aiming to be mortgage free in 14 months' time. It's an ambitious goal, but we are sticking with it, and we will reassess this each month. In fact, I might do monthly update videos on this because it would also be a good way for me to keep on top of things and see if the goal is getting any more attainable or not. Thanks for watching this one, guys, and I would love to hear from you if you are currently working on overpaying your mortgage. What are your reasons for wanting to be mortgage free sooner rather than later? Or if you are already mortgage free, what that feels like. I'd love to continue this discussion in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.